Levi couldn't believe his eyes. Across the desolate canyon stood a beautiful woman. Even from a kilometer away, her perfect figure was captivating. He wanted a longer look, but she seemed to sense him, immediately stopping her work and turning his way. An exquisite face. Yet Levi instinctively looked away. He'd been warned. Whatever happens on the other side, ignore it and never, ever try to communicate. This was an outpost perched on the canyon's rim. Levi was its new guardian. Strange though, not a soul for miles, yet the watchtower was a fortress, bristling with weapons. Automatic machine guns every 600 meters. A satellite uplink every kilometer for outside contact. And down in the canyon itself, every 10 meters, a giant suspended mine. They looked like props, but also like a serious defense against something. The previous guard, JD, had told him the mission was simple, like a highly skilled repairman, he'd said. Daily routine, check equipment, reload ammo, survive 1 year, and a replacement arrives. Levi was baffled. Before arriving, his superiors had stressed that this was a critical mission. He'd even been airlifted directly into the canyon, but now he didn't even know the objective. To keep people out of the canyon, JD had told him mysteriously,
"You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out."
This only deepened Levi's confusion. What could possibly be in this vast empty canyon? The next day, JD's term was up. Command told him he was going home. After a 10-kilometer trek, he reached a mountain peak, popped a smoke grenade signaling for extraction. Soon, a rope snaked down. JD clipped in, ready for pickup. But a heartbeat before boarding the helicopter, his supposed rescuer pulled a gun, shot JD dead, cut the rope, sent him plunging into the abyss. Meanwhile, Levi started his new day. Patrol, equipment check. It was just as JD described. A mind-numbingly simple maintenance job, even more tedious than he'd imagined. After 30 days, Levi made his scheduled report to military command. It was only the second human voice he'd heard since arriving. Burning with curiosity about the mission, he dared to ask a question. The line went dead. They'd hung up on him, deliberately hiding something. Bored, restless, JD's warning echoed in his mind, don't spy on the other watchtower. But the more he was told not to, the more curious Levi grew. He couldn't resist. He raised his binoculars to the opposite tower. To his surprise, it looked much the same as his. The only real difference? The guard was a woman, a beautiful one, and she seemed just as curious about him. Then, something he really didn't expect. She contacted him. The woman was clever. A gunshot cracked the silence to get his attention. As he observed through the binoculars, he saw her hold up a notepad, the message she wanted to convey written plainly on it. Too far to shout, this was their only way. A moment later, Levi wrote his reply, but JD's warning stuck with him. On his board, he wrote, "Refuse to answer." He figured that would be the end of it, but she quickly wrote back. Her playful charm made Levi smile despite himself. He erased his board, wrote a new message. He poured a drink, raised his glass. "Happy birthday." Those 2 words. That's all it took. The ice between the 2 strangers shattered. The woman put on a disc, music drifting across the canyon. But just as they were starting to connect, a disturbance from the canyon below. Levi grabbed his rifle, peered down, and saw something terrifying, something he'd never seen before.